In this modernization era, we always heard economic growth, foreign investment, and digitalization. But behind all this headline, there's a growing concern that affects millions, that is unemployment. In our documentary video, we will explain what is unemployment, type of unemployment, trend unemployment in Malaysia, effect of unemployment, main cause, and government response to unemployment. So, what exactly is unemployment mean? So, unemployment in economic term is a situation where people who are willing to and able to work but cannot find a job. How to define unemployed person? So, these are the criteria. A person who without a job, actively seeking job, and available to start working. So, this is how we calculate unemployment rate. Unemployment rate is labor force divided by number of unemployed person and times 100. And here's are 4 types of unemployment that we commonly see in economic market. The first one is frictional unemployment. The definition is short-term unemployment that occur when people are temporarily leave job or entering the workforce for the first time, and people voluntarily leaving one job to looking one for another. The characteristics include, usually for short term, exists even in a healthy economy. And the second one is structural unemployment, and it means long-term unemployment caused by structural change in economy. And causes are technology advancement, change in customer preference, and the characteristic is more serious than frictional unemployment, and it can lead to long-term jobless to worker. The third one is cyclical unemployment, and it means that unemployment that results from a downturn in the economy, and causes are decreased demand for goods and services. Characteristics are directly linked to the health of the economy and can affect many industry and workers at once. And the last one is seasonal unemployment, and it means unemployment that occurs at a certain time of the year when the demand of the labor is lower in specific industry. And causes are seasonal pattern in agriculture, tourism, construction, retail, and more. And characteristics are predictable and regularly.
Now, I want to discuss about trend unemployment in Malaysia. In 2020, this was the year when the COVID-19 pandemic reached our economy and day-to-day life. When lockdown occurred and numerous businesses shut down, Malaysia's unemployment rate climbed to 4.54%, the highest level in close to 3 decades. That was a sharp increase from 3.26% in 2019. As we enter 2021, things were still difficult. Despite some easing of regulation, the country experienced many waves of infection. The unemployment rate a little rose to 4.64%, owing to sluggish and uncertain recovery. We saw a positive change in 2022. When borders reopened and beyond business activity firms resumed hiring, the unemployment rate dipped to 3.93%, reflecting a strengthening job market and increasing consumer confidence. The recovery trend persists in 2023. Malaysia's economy recovered, especially in areas like tourism, manufacturing, and technology. The unemployment rate improved slightly by falling to 3.86%. In 2024, Malaysia also recorded an all-time 9-year low unemployment rate is 3.1%. The Department of Statistics Malaysia recorded that almost 544,300 people were unemployment, a sharp decline in comparison to previous year. This is an important step in the country's recovery after the pandemic.
Good morning for everyone, I'm John. My lecture number is 306235. Now I will explain about the effect of unemployment. First, the effect of unemployment is the lower gross domestic product, which is GDP. A high unemployment rate means that labor resources are underutilized, which can reduce a country's overall pollution and GDP. Yes, unemployment also will increase the environment spending. Government will need to spend money about the social programs such as unemployment benefit that will be increased budget deficit. Thirdly, the unemployment also will cause the loss of tax revenue. Government revenue will be decreased because of the unemployment, where individuals will pay less tax. Next, the unemployment also will cause the risk of recession. For longer unemployment can lead to recession, where generate rise in decrease. This can hurt business profitability and make debt more expensive in real term, warning economic downturn. Thus, the unemployment also will cause the impact on international competitiveness. An economy with high unemployment rate may lose its competitive edge globally, as productivity and innovation decide other countries may overtake in terms of production efficiency and export performance. That's all for me. Thank you.
Greetings everyone, my name is Wei Yunhan and my matrix number is 306337. Now I will be presenting on a very relevant topic, which is the main cause unemployment among graduates. These issues have been widely discussed in academic, industry and policy making circles, as it affects not only young individuals but also the nation's workforce development. The first major issue is the mismatch of qualifications and industry needs. For example, we often see an oversupply of graduates in fields like social science or business, but a shortage in technical fields like engineering or information technology. This misalignment makes it harder for graduates to find jobs in their chosen fields. Another issue is insufficient employability skills such as communication, teamwork, and problem solving. Many employers feel that while graduates may have technical knowledge, they are not job ready in terms of interpersonal and workplace skills. This makes it harder for them to adapt to real-world work environment. The third one is unrealistic salary expectations. Some graduates expect high starting salaries or prestigious job titles right after completing their studies. As a result, they may reject jobs that don't meet these expectations. This may prolong their period of unemployment. Next is the lack of practical experience. Many graduates do not have enough real-world experience. They may have completed their degrees but without internships or hands-on training. Employers may see them as risky hires. Companies now prefer candidates who can hit the ground running. The fifth is the limited English language proficiency. English remains a key requirement in many job sectors in Malaysia. Unfortunately, many graduates still struggle with communicating effectively in English, which becomes a barrier, especially in multinational companies or sectors where English is the working language. The last is curriculum irrelevance. Outdated university syllabi can also be a problem. When educational institutions do not update their content in line with industry needs, students graduate with knowledge that may no longer be relevant, especially in fast-changing fields like technology and business.
My name is Shashantan, matrix number is 303968. I will continue the presentation on how the government can take several measures to reduce the unemployment. Based on the research by Suhila Muhammad Saleh and Anita Muhammad Ali and Kakawan, there are two main policies to reduce the unemployment. First, for the expansionary fiscal policy, there are two ways. Increase the government expenditure and reduce the personal tax income. For the government can reduce the personal income tax to increase the household disposable income, which in can turn boost consumer spending. This like consumer demand shift the aggregate demand curve to the right, encouraging business to expand production. As a result, more job opportunities are created, leading to a decrease in unemployment. Furthermore, the third method the government can take to reduce the unemployment is raise the awareness among the public. As many people they still lack a clear understanding of the true value of work. They often see the unemployment as just a temporary situation and do not realize the long-term impact it can have on their life. Therefore, the government can organize the awareness campaign to highlight the importance of employment and self-realized and personal responsibility. Fourth, the government can provide the skill and workforce training by offering the free courses such as communication skill and basic computers knowledge or customer service. This training can help individuals to gain essential skills needed to enter the job market.